Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rain Shadow Reads. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's see. We're going to be doing a reading for Gemini. I know that I haven't done water signs yet, and I don't know why I've been putting it off. I really don't. But we'll find out when I do the reading. I'm sure it's something that's related. Today, when I was meditating, I was getting... Honestly, I feel like Gemini has a root, or Gemini, it's either you or the person you're dealing with. But what I'm getting is a root of bitterness. Bitterness is, when we allow disappointment to turn into resentment, and it takes a root of bitterness in our hearts. And I feel that this is what's happened. That in your relationship, either one of you has allowed resentment to creep in and allowed this to cause bitterness, and bitterness leads to nothing you want to have. It leads to in the Bible it says that, well, not direct quote from the Bible, but it talks about, the Bible that I have is the New Living Translation, and I really like the quote, the explanation at the bottom. It talks about bitterness leading to, with bitterness comes jealousy, dissension, and immorality, is what it says. And these things are true. We can't allow bitterness to enter in. We have to deal with it. We have to deal with the resentment or the disappointment that we have and not let it grow. We have to avoid nursing or holding on to grudges and nursing those past hurts and pains. We have to let it go. We have to forgive. So there's a big emphasis on forgiveness right now. Because if you choose not to forgive, honestly, if you're going to be with someone, but you choose not to forgive them, it's just like you're setting yourself up for hurt, and that person also, because you're not allowing yourself to move forward out of that energy. You're hanging on to something that hurts you. And what's the point of staying in that energy? If you want to continue with somebody, for yourself, you have to forgive them, because you're just going to be going over and over the same pain. You're going to be feeling it over and over and over again if you don't let it go. That doesn't mean push it down to where you forget about it. It doesn't mean become numb to it. No, it means forgiveness, letting go, understanding that everyone makes mistakes. And if this person's worth your time, then, then you forgive them. If they haven't shown any remorse, or they just don't care, they haven't tried to make it right, because sometimes people have hard time communicating, when they've been wrong, but you can feel it. You can feel, where this person's at. And, everyone should be accountable, but not everyone is, but it's ultimately, it's up to you what you choose to do. But just think about that. Just think about how this might apply to you or your relationship. Okay. Cause that's what came up when I was meditating. Okay. So anyway, we're going to do a reading for Gemini. Holy Spirit, what message do you have for Gemini today? What's going on? So the first 3 cards are going to be about you, Gemini, or the situation. So it's you or the situation that comes up. And since this is a love reading, we're going to be looking at how you feel and how the other person feels also after the situation. So we're going to look at the situation, and then in how each person feels about the other, about the situation. We're going to look at where the situation is heading currently. We're going to look at obstacles and blocks, and then we're going to get some advice. Okay, that's the reading today. So let's see. This is Paulina Tarot that I'm using. If you would like to book a personal reading, all my information is in the description box. My website is rainshadowreads.com. You can also book on there. It's not, my website's under construction, so bear with me. It's getting there, guys. It's not perfect, but I'm working on it when I have time, okay? Also, you can email me directly. My email is rainshadowintuition@gmail.com. Okay. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video. Let me know if it resonates, comments, anything to help grow the channel. You guys I really appreciate that. Okay. So let's see, Holy Spirit, what message do you have for Gemini? Can you please tell us what's going on with Gemini? What's going on in this relationship? What is the situation? What does this look like? What's the situation, Lord? Tell us, what's the situation for those Geminis that we're talking to? Can we get 2 more cards, please, for the situation for Gemini, for this relationship? What is this really? Well, okay, we got him. I'm going to leave this reverse. I don't like taking reversals, but since it came out reverse, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what we're looking at right now, Gemini, is trying to, coming out of this feeling drained and feeling hurt. So really, like we're talking about, releasing that and forgiving and being able to move forward. And right now I see that we're moving forward. It looks like somebody's has an offer of hope, an offering to make things right is what I'm getting. And just really, because there was, so in the past, so I'll clarify, this is the past right here. This is about, you were feeling drained. You were feeling like you couldn't do this, that this was too much of a burden. This was taking too much of you. It was hard. It was draining. It was just like you'd given so much, and it's just like you give and give and give, and you didn't have anything else left to give. And I think you're coming out of that now is what I'm getting. So you're no longer in that space, which is great. We have an offering. This might be you or the other person who's considering coming in with an offering, who's saying, hey, let's make this work. Let's try again. Let's get over this. Let's work together. Let's build something together. Let's not lose hope of what can be, So I'm going to get some more insight on this situation right now, and then we'll go into feelings, okay? Holy Spirit, what else can you tell me about this situation? Holy Spirit, tell me about this relationship. What else do you have to say about this relationship right now, this situation that Gemini's in right now? Thank you. I'm going to take this card only. What else do you have for this situation? Okay, whoa. Okay. So there's really a need to clarify. There's really a need to go over everything. You can't just have something disappear, So what I mean by that is, if you don't get it out and bring something, to light, and talk about it and try to work through it, it doesn't disappear. It's still going to be there. It's still going to be there. It's going to be lurking in the background. This is what I mean. It's lurking in the background. It doesn't go away. It's still going to be causing problems. You have to get to the root of the problem. Okay? Yeah. It's going to, you have to get to that before you can have, this abundant energy. You have to deal with this main issue. Okay? Let me clarify again this. What is this main issue that we have? What happened? Holy Spirit, can you tell me what happened, Lord? What happened? Tell me what happened in the situation with Gemini. What happened that needs to be rectified? Holy Spirit, what happened? Holy Spirit, can you tell me what happened? Okay, so what I'm getting on is, I think that someone gave up trying in the relationship. I think that somebody started being cold. Someone was cold, and they started being cold. They wanted a new beginning elsewhere. And they stopped trying. They stopped putting in the effort. They stopped trying, basically. This was really hurtful to the other person. It was, they didn't understand. It was confusing. They didn't know what was going on. It caused a lot of damage to the relationship, and this needs to be addressed. So that's what I'm getting for the current situation right now, you guys. Now I'm going to be going into feelings. So we're going to look at Gemini, how you're feeling right now and how that other person is feeling. Okay, so this could be, it can go either way, you guys. This is just energy. This is the situation I get. There's a lot of other different, possibilities, but I go with what comes to me first. This is just the message. It's for whoever it's meant to be for. If it resonates with you, please let me know. And I'd like to know that I am reaching somebody, I like to know that this message is getting to the person that, it's intended for. I mean, I know that it will. I trust that it will. That's why it's being put out there, but when it does, I would love to know. You know, okay, so we're going to look at your feelings, Gemini. This could be you or the other person's feelings, you know, just however it resonates, okay, for your situation. And if it doesn't, then don't take it. You know what I mean? If it's not your situation, don't try to make it fit. It either is it isn't, or you know, like, you know when it is. If it doesn't make sense, then it's not for you. Okay? Holy Spirit, can you tell me what's Gemini's current feelings about the situation, or about how does Gemini feel towards the other person right now? How is Gemini feeling about this relationship, about the other person right now? How is Gemini feeling right now? Holy Spirit, can you please tell me? How is Gemini currently feeling? One more card, please. How is Gemini feeling about this other person or about this relationship? Thank you. So Gemini is feeling hopeful. They're really hopeful to be able to get out of this bind. You know, they're hopeful. So there's hopes that, you know, shedding light on the situation is going to lead to a new start. They're hoping that whatever it is, whatever's happened right now, you know, I kind of get the idea that something happened. Something changed. There was a positive change, and I think it's going to help. Like, it helped. I think that what I'm getting is, Gemini, that something changed in this relationship. There was a change. I don't know what, you know, let me clarify. What was this change about? Holy Spirit, can you tell me what changed, Holy Spirit? That gave Gemini this new hope, or this light, you know, this new light. It's kind of like a new, I just feel like there's a new light, like a giving light. Okay, what changed? Holy Spirit, can you tell me what changed, Holy Spirit? What changed? What's this light? What's this new light? Like this, I kind of get, you know, this kind of, to me, it kind of just finds like, it honestly looks like the birth of a child. I'm just going to show this to you, okay? Because over here, we had this Empress, and that's abundant, you know, it's associated with, so this just means like giving light, you know, so like the birth, like the coming in of a child. Okay, that's what I get from this card. I don't know, maybe Gemini felt like this was going to be something that was going to be constricting. I think maybe you felt this was going to be, you know, this was going to trap you, you know, but something changed, and, you know, so now it's like you don't feel that way anymore. Now, like it's like a new start, like a bright day. Like it's like, wow, like, you know, that kind of like surprised that this, you know, it's surprising because it's unexpected. The way you feel right now is unexpected. You weren't expecting to really feel this way, you know, and it's bright, it's hopeful. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You know, there was a lot of heartache. So, you know, so we have this pain. Yeah, so there was this pain, and then there was like this rebirth. So, okay, this is just confirmation. So we had the Three of Swords. So this is like, you know, this was a third party situation. You know, this was heartbreak. You know, there's Three Swords. This is all, you know, a third party situation. It doesn't have to necessarily mean that somebody cheated. It can mean that, you know, they put somebody else before you. It means that they didn't prioritize you. They didn't see your worth. That they put other people first. You know, they didn't give you your place necessarily. You know, you know, just third party. There could be drugs, or, you know, in a codependency, where something came first, and that, you know, that's hurtful. It's like there was something else that was a block in the relationship, and but it looks to me like that has ended. So this ended like abruptly. That ended abruptly, and we have death, which is the regeneration. Like this is rebirth. Like this is a birth. There's something died, and now we have a new start, a new beginning. You know, and it's the beginning to look at this. This is like this is happiness. So Gemini is feeling really good. Gemini is hopeful. There's been like a revelation to you, Gemini. Like I think you got a different perspective all of a sudden. Okay, so we're gonna look at the person you're dealing with, Gemini, and how they feel about the situation. Okay, how does Gemini's person feel towards Gemini, or about this relationship? Holy Spirit, let me show. I feel like I have to shuffle. I want to keep this. I don't want to go too long, so sometimes I go really long, and I don't mean to, but okay. try to keep them like within 25 minutes long videos. Okay, let's see. Okay. Holy Spirit, can you tell me what's Gemini's person feelings towards Gemini? What are they currently feeling right now, Lord? What are they currently feeling towards Gemini? What's Gemini's person feeling? What are they thinking? So they're celebrating, it looks like. Let me see. So Gemini, so your person is also, you know, they're ready, you know, it's like, okay, you know, they want to try this again. You know, like, let's try this again. Let's try this one more time. And they're happy about this. This is like, there's a celebration. There's, you know, let me see. One more card, please, for how Gemini's person feels about this right now. About Gemini's person feels towards Gemini. How Gemini's person feels towards the relationship. Holy Spirit, can I get one more card, please? Thank you. Oh, that was 2. Okay, so so I got this. These 2 cards came out together, which is Death and the Moon. And I don't read reversals, but like, I'm getting that there was like an ending to this secrecy, this, you know, whatever was hiding, whatever was lurking, whatever, you know, was being done at night, or you know, was secret. It's like there's been an end to that. And just like we had over here, you know, this showed up over here also. So it's just a confirmation, like we have that. And that's, you know, so your person's happy. It's like, okay, you know, finally, you know, and so they're ready to start over. They also want a new start with you, Gemini. So this is a really positive reading, you guys. This is awesome because it's so rare. You know, it's hard to like go through something and not to say that it's over. You know what I mean? Like this has to be healed. You know, you have to make sure that you don't allow yourself to obsess over the things that have already happened. You know, if you want to work through something, you have to let it go, and you have to be, you know, but you have to be willing to work together. You can't just be like, oh, let me act like nothing happened and just, you know, no. But if you guys talk about it and you guys choose to, you know what, we're going to work through this, then work through it. Don't be stuck on it. Don't stay, you know, don't keep bringing it up every time they do something. You know, you're going to have to like, because it's like if you don't give credit for the change that's made, you know, or if somebody doesn't give you credit for the changes that you make, then it feels like, well, then what's the point? You know, it's kind of like, okay, I'm still like, you're still treating me the way as if I was doing all of these things that I stopped doing it. And it's like, what's the point of me trying then? And you don't even notice, you know, you're going to keep acting like I'm doing all this stuff and I'm not, you know, like it's not fair. And so it's like, there has to be, you know, the success, and like, you know, we need to take a moment to celebrate how far we come. Okay. We need to celebrate small successes. We need to celebrate, you know, when we do make progress in certain areas, and we need to like not hang on to, because unless we want to keep living in the past and keep reliving those negative situations, we need to let them go. And we need to like say, okay, that's not where I am right now. I don't want to be there. I'm not going to try to be there. I'm not going to keep going there. I'm not going to keep bringing a situation up if that's not what's currently happening. You know, not to say, oh, let's turn a blind eye to what's going on. No, if that's what's happening, well then, you know, deal with it. You know, address the situation, not deal with it on, you know, I'm not trying to be rude, like deal with it on your own terms. No, address the situation, you know, bring it up, confront the situation is what I mean. But if it's not happening, then let that go. Let the past go, heal it, you know, and really the only way you can heal, you got, you know, it's like, let God into your life, accept God and trust that he's with you and that he knows, you know, and let him heal you. You know, allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to feel what you felt, allow yourself to feel it. You know, that it hurt, acknowledge that, yes, this hurt, you know, but, and let it go, just breathe through it and allow the Holy Spirit to heal you, you know, and to move forward with a positive attitude, you know, and hope, you know, it's like, there's both, like what I'm seeing right here is both of you guys are on the same page. Both of you guys want to move forward, you know, and that's like, that's like such a beautiful reading, you guys. Like I could, it's like, this doesn't happen very often. And I mean, not a lot of times that I see. A lot of times it's like somebody hangs on to all the pain and then it's never, you know, it's like, yeah, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. You know, like, how can I make it up? But like, if the person doesn't ever, it always, you know, they hang on to it. And it's like, well, then it seems like there's no point in trying. You know, it's like, if it's already dead, then what's the point in trying? You know, me being the only one that tries. It's like, you have to allow the other person needs to allow themselves to heal from it also. And that can take time. You know, you can't expect somebody to be over, you know, a situation just from one day to the next. No, it's going to take time and it's going to take patience. And if you did somebody wrong or if they did you wrong, you know, it's okay to take time to heal. you know, to say, hey, yeah, well, you know what, it takes time to like rebuild the trust, of course, you know, but there's like a fine line, you know, there's a difference between healing, allowing yourself time to heal and to recognize that I don't trust you yet, then, and bringing it up every time you think, you know, to allow yourself to go into that negative thought pattern and be like, oh, you're doing this again, you know, and just like wait for it to actually be happening before, you know, you accuse somebody. Because a lot of times we're traumatized, and we have the insecurity now within us, and we have to deal with that root of bitterness, disappointment, resentment, you know, where we feel like we're not good enough. You know, we have to deal with that, and that's something that we deal with inside of ourselves. Okay, so the next card is, I'm going to look at where the situation is heading right now. Okay, so we know how we feel about it. Let's just see where it's going. Let me see, where do I want to go? Where is this going? Holy Spirit, can you tell me, where is this relationship currently going right now? Where is it currently headed? Where's Gemini's person currently headed in this relationship? Where's this relationship currently going? Where are they headed? Holy Spirit, can you please tell me where they're headed, Lord? Thank you. Holy Spirit for Gemini. The Lovers. Okay, so we're headed to like, what more do you want? You know what I mean? Like, look at this. This is union. This is happiness. This is coming together, you guys. This is beautiful. And that's like, this is what we're showing. Like, you guys each want a new beginning, and you guys are letting go of the past. You're letting that, you know, letting that cycle close and moving forward together, coming together, allowing that, you know, and just being thankful for this opportunity, you guys. That's really important. Okay, so I'm going to look at obstacles. Okay, what current obstacles does Gemini have in this relationship? What are the current obstacles in this relationship, Holy Spirit, please? What are the current obstacles in this relationship, Father? Please tell us, what are the current obstacles right now that Gemini is dealing with in this relationship? What obstacles do they have? What needs to be overcome? What might be blocking this union? What obstacles do they have right now? Okay, thank you. So, honestly, I think, so what I'm getting right here is, there might be issues with money, or somebody might have issues with how they spend their money. That might cause issues or friction in the relationship. But we have this Strength card here, and I'm going to clarify the Strength card. Holy Spirit, use this. Can you clarify for me the Strength card as an obstacle, Lord? The Beast. I get the Beast. Okay, so you know what? I think it's just dealing with the Beast. I'm sorry, just because I laugh, because it's like, I don't read traditionally, you know what I mean? Like, I can get the traditional meaning of the Strength card, but I don't read that way. Like, I'll get like, and, you know, just I'll get messages, you know, and it's kind of like confronting the situation, you know, acknowledging when you're going into a negative cycle again, recognizing when you're falling into a negative pattern again, and that's an obstacle for you right now. That's what I'm getting. I'll clarify, but that's the message. Holy Spirit, clarify for me the Strength card as an obstacle. Clarify for me the Strength as an obstacle, please. That was the Hermit. Yep. So look, it's being overcome. Exactly. Okay. Being overcome with your emotions. So we have the Hermit. We have the Nine of Wands. See how he's overcome. I mean, these are flowers, but it's like he's being covered in flowers. He's being overwhelmed. He's overwhelmed. And this isn't within. So this is like an internal, you know, with emotions. So dealing with your emotions, being overwhelmed by your emotions, not falling into that trap, or allowing yourself to go there. So, you know, a lot of times it's, one thing that we can do to help prevent that is, if we take care of ourselves physically, you know, make sure you're getting enough sleep, you know, that you're eating right, and that'll really help to be able to control your emotions and not get overwhelmed by them. Okay. Now we're going to look at advice. So for advice, I like to use a different deck. I'm going to get some advice cards for you, and I'm going to pull one oracle card. Okay. And then that'll be it, you guys. So I hope this helped. Please let me know if it resonated. I know this is the third time I've said that, but I think if I remind you, then you know you'll actually do it. I know that sometimes we'll be listening to a reading and we don't take the time to actually write the comment out. So I would appreciate if you guys did. If you just take a minute to do that for me, that would be great. Share, subscribe, like the video. Okay, you guys just... I'm also on Facebook. If you would like to check out my Facebook page, is Rain Shadow Reads. I recently started the Facebook page, but it has my prices on there also. And you can add me and we can communicate a lot easier that way. Also, like I do respond to messages. You can reach out to me on Messenger. Okay, it might take me a minute. I'm not on there all the time, but I do respond, okay? Holy Spirit, can you please we get advice for Gemini? Holy Spirit, what advice do you have for Gemini, Lord? What advice do you have for Gemini right now? Holy Spirit, what advice do you have for Gemini? There we go. Okay. The Hierophant. Okay. And then I'm going to get one Oracle card. Let me see. I'm trying to use this deck. Okay. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle. These are huge cards, so I don't like to use them very often just because they're so hard to shuffle. But I was drawn to use these today, so that's what we're going to use. Gosh, it's so hot here, you guys. Like, I don't know where you guys are living at, but I live in like Central California, and it's just like hot already. I'm gonna have to turn on the air. You know, I like to close the door, so I have the door closed so that there's not a lot of interruptions or background noise, you know, but I have the door shut for the air. This is an older home, so I don't have like the whole AC throughout the house. We have a cooler and an AC in the window and the living room, so these are huge. Okay, we get a message for Gemini, please. What oracle message do you have for Gemini? What advice do you have for Gemini right now? Holy Spirit, can we please get a message for Gemini? What advice do you have for Gemini? What advice do you have for Gemini? Let me do it this way. Oh, nope. Guys, I'm struggling here. I don't know if you can see me struggling with these giant, because look at my hand. It like does not fit around these cards. They're huge. So what message do you have for Gemini? I'm just slow. What message do you have for Gemini? Holy Spirit, what message do you have for Gemini? What advice do you have for Gemini today, Lord? What advice do you have for Gemini in this situation? What advice do you have for Gemini? Holy Spirit, what advice for Gemini? Okay, I'm going to do it this way, guys. Sorry. It's just taking way too long. Okay, it's this one, guys. Dog, friend, okay. Sorry, it's because I like have to feel them all and wait to see which one is hot. And it just takes a little bit longer than if I shuffle and have them come out. But I can't shuffle these ginormous cards. And so trying to get that card to come out, it's just I don't get them one by one. So anyway, we're here now. So let me see. Let me read these to you guys, okay? So we have, this is the Oracle card that came out. We have dog, which is friend. The card says, today I will love without condition. My energy and my enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. So choosing to be happy, just like we're saying, like having that positive attitude and not falling into this negative thought process. So this is the advice. It's like choosing to be happy, loving without thinking about what they're going to do in return for us. Like whether they're giving love to us or not, we're choosing to love and to give love. So we're doing our part and not worrying about whether they do their part or not. That's what it's saying. Choosing to be happy, being a friend. It's not just about, being with somebody. It's about being their friend and being there for them, Sometimes we forget to do that because we're so stuck on how they're treating us, So let's see. Dog, where are you? There we go. When we think of the word dog, it is often followed by the term best friend. Dog people are some of the best companions any of us can have. Those with dog as totem have a tremendous capacity to love. Dog people are often found helping others and serving humanity. They have an uncanny ability to know the character of others, sniff out problems, and sense the truth. Dogs have an acute hearing. This gift helps alert others to impending danger. If dog is your totem, you are a protector, friend, and playmate. When you don't like someone, you are very vocal about it. You easily forgive the shortcomings of the human family. You are brave in the face of danger. Dog people have a very kind and loyal nature that can be taken advantage of. Watch out for this and remember to love and protect yourself as well. With dog as totem, you may be drawn to a life of service and will be devoted to your friends and your worthy mission. So, don't let others abuse your loyalty. Have you been barking too much? You can play more. Are others taking advantage of your generous nature? You can say no. It's okay to say no. Love yourself first. Be your best friend and take care of yourself. And that's attractive to the person that you're going to be with. You know, if you take care of yourself first and then you're able to give without worried about what you get in return. Does that make sense? Like you're comfortable with giving because you're comfortable within yourself. You have enough love within yourself that you're not sitting there waiting for someone else, and you're not so stuck on, well, what are they doing for me? Because you don't need them. You choose to give and you don't need it in return. It's like you're strong enough to give and to trust that that they need it. That's a higher calling. It's really hard to do that. So now I'm going to read this the Hierophant card. I know this is long already, you guys. I'm sorry. I hope you're here with me. I hope you're still here. Okay, a spiritual teacher, finding the guru within, failing or outdated systems, crumbling institutions or beliefs, newfound faith, shiny and hollow things, a spiritual journey. So the tiny traveler has journeyed so far to be here, in this place, with this muse of perfection and light. And when she finally arrives at the foot of this oracle, she hopes that her guru will see her and gift her a slice of wisdom as a result of her unwavering faith. Wanting to make sure she performs the ritual perfectly, she starts a small fire to warm her soul and begins to craft her devotional lantern, as most do when they arrive to this place. As she works, a voice floods her awareness. Sweet soul, thank you for visiting me. I ask you to look at the form in front of you. Are you worshiping me or the way I look? Or are you worshiping me for the way I act? Or do we worship the same? Aren't we the same, you and I? The muse winks and continues, and therein lies the secret, beautiful heart. I see you. I see your profound inner wisdom, and I see that now it is time to lead yourself in service. Dear teacher, sacred mentor, dear loving leader, guide, I am deeply grateful for your heart, untethered, net cast wide. So what I'm getting here is kind of saying, are you too focused on the image? So this is a relationship advice card. Are you too focused on what it's supposed to look like instead of just living and, like being present and being there for what it is? The thing that's, the relationship that's offered in front of you might not look like the relationship that you think it should be. It might not look like someone else's relationship, so think about that. Like, what are you looking at? You know, why do you want this relationship? You know, why are you upset? What is it that bothers you? Like, really get down to those questions and be like, why am I bothered right now? What do I want out of this? Why do I think it needs to look this way? Why do I want this? You know, and to know that you have everything you need inside of you. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah. You have the guidance you need. But you have to take a minute to listen, okay? Okay, you guys, I hope this resonated. I love you. Take care. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.